And then what changed for you? Personally, with people you knew well?
Well, I think people do put you in a stereotype. And I think all my life I've lived in a stereotype, whether that was as a kid being bullied or, you know, that was you know, having money and having success. So, you know, everybody has that stereotype that comes with it. And but my roots are basically, I have some very close friends, I have a loving family, and as long as I have that connection and relationship with them, I really don't care about the stereotype.
Well, you didn't let it go to your head necessarily, but you did buy a car or two.
I bought a car or two, I took care of my family, then kind of played around as a kid, bought some stuff, and you know, went through my phase. But at the end of the day, money hasn't got in my head. I mean, I flew here on economy class. I come here, I take economy, I rarely go first class. Not because I'm cheap or anything like that. I'm just 27 and I still can't fathom spending that much money. I'd rather give it to charity. So
that's great. But sometimes it's more fun in economy too, believe it or not. I don't know why.
Not when you're in the back seat right next to the restroom.
No, that's
unfortunately,
silly.
that was the case this time.
Maybe you could get an upgrade next time when you get the bad seat in economy. But that said, so success is the best revenge, no question about it. The book, The Dream, your book, The Dream, How I Learned the Risks and Rewards of Entrepreneurship and Made Millions. What's the message in here? Tenacity, hard work, what else? I
think the key message is that, especially if you look at, you know, from the demographic that I'm going to be speaking at today, you know, culturally people are, you know, at least in the Indian origin, you know, you're a doctor or an engineer, right? There really isn't a plan C. Plan A or plan B. And so you either have the social stigma, the cultural stigma, rather than realizing, okay, what am I going to do that's actually going to make me happy, right? And let's figure out the riches later, right? Like, look at me. I never dreamed at a 16-year-old, 2 years later I'd sell my company for 40 million and then 300 million and then, you know, I'm starting my third company. So I didn't think any of that with the idea of making millions. I love what I do, right? And I think that's the key message there is that figure that out early on in life, because a lot of the times people go through college, people go through, you know, the first 25 years of their life, and then they go out in the real world and they still don't know what they want to do, right?
Sure.
Versus kind of as being young and being fortunate at 16, I figured out entrepreneurism is my passion.
And when you talk to Oprah, I saw you on Oprah with those young moguls. I think Kate and Ashley were on the same show. Yeah. Kate and Ashley Olsen, the Olsen girls. You told her basically that you knew you wanted to work for yourself. You didn't want to work for someone else. You wanted to control your own destiny, if that's ever possible.
Yeah, I think, you know, stubborn by nature, I wanted to go ahead and at least blame my success or failure on myself. And that's, I think, probably part stubbornness and part ambition for me to go ahead and figure out that failure is not an option, and regardless of anything, I am going to be successful.
And you're going to watch your back, and you're going to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's right.
But what about failure? Because I'm sure when you started, you made a ton of mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Did you make mistakes when you started?
Every single one that you can imagine. As a 16-year-old, as an 18-year-old, as a 21-year-old, all the key different ages I've done stuff. And I think that's the big difference. I was willingly okay to make a mistake versus kind of, I think, when you become older, you kind of are fearful. Oh my God, should I make that mistake? Should I take that risk? Because a lot of the mistakes I made, I learned a lot from. And that's what gave me the thick skin, the DNA to go ahead and continue forward, rather than saying, you know, embrace, you know, not doing stuff. So part of my other message is put yourself out there and try to see what happens and learn from it. It's because a lot of people just don't even do anything and they end up wasting time that way.
Take the risk, work without the parachute. We've read all those books, but you do have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do something.
And you built a penthouse recently.
Yeah.
That's a perk.
That comes with the package, I guess. I mean, hard work, play hard, you know, that kind of stuff. No, I think that's probably the most luxurious thing I've ever spent money on is the place I live.
It's really beautiful.
Thanks.
Well, it looks beautiful in the pictures. When I come for cocktails, we'll figure that out.
You're invited anytime.
Okay. I just thought I'd throw that out just in case. Who do you trust? When somebody makes a lot of money, anybody, whether you're born to the manor and born with lots of money or you make it yourself, you always have the question in the back of your mind, do they like me because I have millions? Do they like me because it's me? So what's your filter?
My filter is this. I have I've been blessed to actually live this life. I've been blessed to have a great, phenomenal family, and I have great siblings, and I have 5 really great friends. That's enough for me. You know, I don't really need the world to love me and have a million friends, right? I'd rather just be content with what I have and just live my life that way. Because at the end of the day, if my family or my close friends say anything to me, I'm going to listen. I'm not really going to listen if some stranger says something to me, because we don't really have that connection.
Sure.
So for me, I'm content with what I have.
So your friends and your family ground you, obviously, big time. And everybody needs that, no matter who you are, if you have millions or you don't have millions. If you lost it all tomorrow, have you thought about it?
Sure. And I think that any time you have the kind of success I've been able to have, there's been times you have lost it all. And when you see that, you use that as a staple to kind of realize what mistakes not to make, what people not to trust. And at the end of the day, realize one thing: if you did it already, you know the formula to do it again. So even if I lost it all, at least I know the determination, the tenacity, the ambition I have to do it again.
Sure. As my dad used to say, success is the journey.
That's right.
You know, it's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a destination of sorts, but it's really a journey. And you'll win and you'll lose, and this is how it goes. So tonight, The Dream, an inspirational evening with yourself at the Performing Arts Centre in Surrey, presented by the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. How great.
Well, thank you.
Good role model.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. The Dream, How I Learned the Risks and Rewards of Entrepreneurship and Made Millions, Gurbaksh Chahal, known as G. Tomorrow, U.S. Ambassador to Canada, David Jacobson, stops in on his cross-country tour. He's getting to know us on his first official visit to British Columbia. And Tom Cooper, former construction company man turned preacher, talks about the holy and the business side of saving lives and giving back. He is the president of City in Focus. And fashion historian Ivan Saris brings in heritage baby clothes, booties and all. Thanks for watching Studio 4. There will be lots more on Shaw TV, only on Shaw TV.